Wolverine, he's probably one of the most fun characters in this game if you actually know how to play him. And first of all, we're going to be looking at his skins, his abilities, and everything like that. Then we're going to jump into some gameplay. But look at this, a lot of people actually are kind of, like this design is a bit polarizing, but I actually really like it a lot. People are like, why is he so short? And is comic accurate, like he is short in the comics. I think the jacket is a really cool touch. He's got his dog tags there, he's got a W on his belt for Wolverine, and he actually has these things here where his claws come out, which I think makes sense because this probably makes it less painful. But I love the X on here as well. I think this is just a really cool design. And then his hair spikes up when he actually goes berserk, okay, when his rage builds up, because look at this. So he just kind of looks like he goes Kaioken or Super Saiyan almost. But I think that's really cool of a design here. So he's a 3-star difficulty character, which means he's not that difficult, but he's also not that simple either. You gotta like play around and mess around with him and stuff, and you can also do it in practice. It's okay for people to practice in that mode, that's what it's for. So thanks to his regenerative healing factor and berserker rage, the centuries-old Logan can fight through the worst pain to go claw to claw with any foe. The Wolverine stands ready to shred through all obstacles in his way with his adamantium claws. So you can see here, again, the design looks great. And if you go to the cosmetics, you actually have a few. So you have this one that you can acquire as well, and it just changes his jacket palette, which is okay, right? I think that's alright. It's a pretty neat design still, but I do prefer the original. The yellow and blue looks very nice. And then we also have the Deadpool and Wolverine costume, which a lot of us didn't expect, but he looks great, and especially with like a short comic accurate version of the character, I think it translated super well into the game, and I think this is one of the best looks for the character. Hopefully we get the brown suit as well at some point. I think that would look really nice as well, and maybe even the X-Men movies ones. I know a lot of people are like a bit polarized by that, but I think those are still pretty cool. So then we've got the MVP animations as well, which again, like, that looks cool, right? So we got to see it with this skin, and then we got to see it with the original as well. And you can see his hair kind of spike up, like look at this, his hair spikes up, like that is sick. And then of course you've got his Deadpool and Wolverine maximum effort MVP animation, which is just really nice. And then of course we go to his abilities. So his normal attack is Savage Claw, which you slash with Adamantium claws for a Claw Strike. And if you unleash your Feral Leap, it will enhance it to Berserk Claw Strike, which is what you really want. It just makes it more powerful. His Q is Last Stand, so you launch enemies ahead and spiral through the air. You sweep up enemies along the path and deliver a devastating impact at the landing point. Impact also deals extra damage based on rage accumulated, so you want to have like full rage when you use it. That'll do the most damage. Shift is his Feral Leap, and I love using these to like get aerial characters out of the sky. I've gotten Spider-Man and Iron Man a few times with this, and it's just hilarious seeing them panic when they get hit by it. He's Undying Animal, so if you use that, it reduces incoming damage, which if you're going to confront enemies, just pop that and then go in there. His left click is Vicious Rampage. You dash forward and unleash a Claw Strike, which is another good ability to have. His passive is Regenerative Healing Factor, so you begin to heal and rise with a hefty bonus health, shaking off all debuffs. After a brief moment, any remaining bonus health morphs into a one-off heal, zeroing out his rage, and then assist and KOs reduce this cooldown, so you can do it every so often in the game, and it does come in handy. His passive is Berserker Rage, which is pretty much what this character is about. Rage builds when you attack or take damage, which boosts the damage of your claw strikes and the bonus health from his regenerative healing factor. And then you also get a cool team up with Hulk as well. So Wolverine and Hulk can interact, and Hulk can just throw Wolverine across the map, right? Which is pretty funny and really cool. So yeah, now we're gonna look at some matches that I've had. Okay, so this first one here is a highlight of one of the matches that I had, where I get some pretty decent actually. I was still trying to figure out exactly how to use Wolverine, but I just kind of try to just stay in the action because Wolverine kind of thrives off of that, but you still need to know when to back off when it's too much. Like I had to get rid of Squirrel Girl here because she is really dangerous. I've still not really played her, and I also take Spidey out of the sky here at one point, and it looks incredible. Like Wait for it. I think it's about to happen here, actually. The Spidey comes back, and look, he tries to get away from me, and I just, I just take him out of this. So I kind of go in a bit of a frenzy here, just trying to slash at anything that I can. And I take out Cloak here as well, because he can turn into a healer. And then we get to Conquest, and I've always said this in every video so far, but Conquest is a great place to kind of learn how to play a character and really just mess around with all of the little things and abilities before you do objective play. And I haven't seen too many people play this, but pretty much you're just trying to get 50 points to win, like either side. So you get points by taking down enemy teams and stuff, or team members. So Winter Soldier here almost gets me, like I barely pull it off, and then his buddy Captain America comes through, and then I get him as well, barely. Like that leap really helped me out there, otherwise I was going to be in a ton of trouble. But I'm just looking for people to take down, and I just see Hawkeye here, and I start waiting to hit him with the leap. But then Captain America comes back for revenge. Bro just wasn't having it with me. So then I try to take him down, and then Punisher also comes in too. So I team up with a friend here to try to take down Punisher, and I barely get him. I hit him with that leap as well, which was really, really good and came in handy. And then I hit Bucky with this, take him down as well to go for a nice double kill. And they get a triple kill on Cloak, which was really nice. And I'm just looking for people so my rage doesn't run out, because if that runs out, I become a bit weaker. You want to have your rage be fully powered up. And I barely get Bucky again, but thankfully that heal comes in clutch, the second chance pretty much, for another nice double. And as you could see, you kind of start understanding the flow of different characters, and again, I highly suggest playing Conquest. And also, it's a really fun game mode, and it gives you a pretty decent amount of XP. I think each win gives you 1000 XP, which is really, really nice. So I get an assist there, and then I just kind of start looking for people. So obviously, I'm already powered down here. Like, it runs out so fast, but just taking damage also gets you that state back. So then I go after Hawkeye. I get unlucky though, because someone else gets the KO, but that's okay. I look for a heal, and then I just I try to get away and push for someone else, because they start getting relentless, these enemies here. So I again try to go after Bucky here, but I kind of misjudge my jump, and then obviously it's too late, someone else gets the KO. So I go after Cap, and I think Cap gets me here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he gets me. I was very, very low. Pretty good streak though so far, and I think the match is almost over here. Yeah, it ends. Well, we get a nice little victory, and yeah, I get the MVP with Wolverine, so we get to see the animation here. And this outfit has really grown on me. I really like the costume. I think it looks super, super nice. But I do want to hear you guys' thoughts on the costume in the comments down below, of course. So we load into another match here of this game mode, which is really fun. I mean, I love the whole 50 points thing, because it just makes it super competitive and everyone gets to have fun. We're still in the early stages of everyone figuring out certain heroes, and yeah, a triple to start it off with, by the way. But you know, we're all still trying to figure it out. I pinned Captain here, Captain America, and yeah, it's so funny just watching. Like, I don't know what he's thinking on the other end when he's just getting slashed and KO'd like that. He has no chance to defend himself, because if he lets that shield down, he's in trouble. So then I go after Psylocke here and barely get her as well. She can be very dangerous as well, for sure. Like, I've played some of Psylocke and she's really fun, but the learning curve on her is pretty interesting. Like, you gotta be really careful. And this enemy Punisher here, he's really good. He gets me quite a few times. I think Punisher mains, I mean, you know, he just pulls out the shotgun for close range and you're pretty much done, unless you're being careful. And then I get the Iron Man out of the sky, and he just runs away instantly, man. And I couldn't get him there. I was really hoping I could get him. Psylocke tries to get away, and she kind of does. She goes invisible, I'm pretty sure. But then I still find her again anyway and just finish her off. She thought she could get away from Wolverine. So I'm just trying to stay true to the character here in the gameplay and just kind of rush everybody with Berserker Rage. And I've got Rocket here helping me out take on Captain America. And look at him, he's just panicking. We're both jumping together, and he gets taken out. You know, no competition there from Captain America, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I think Psylocke activates her ult here, or somewhere around here, and because I remember her just wiping me, and then I try to get revenge here on on Punisher, because I am not gonna let him slide and get me, and we do get him, which is nice. And then I go after the Star-Lord here, but I don't like it does. Yeah, this is where the Psylocke ultimate gets me. Her ultimate is really good if you can just find a whole group of like enemies that aren't being healed or buffed. Like, she just melts them. It is really good. She's very strong like that. But for most of the time, you kind of gotta zone and like try to pick people off. I think Punisher gets me here. Yeah, he does, which is okay, you know. But Wolverine is just super fun, man. Super fun. I don't think we actually win this match specifically because they kind of clutch up. But I'm still going for the KOs here. And then I play like this cat and mouse game with Iron Man. Like, he kind of just keeps chasing me, and I missed my ult here because I thought I could leap high enough to kind of get him. Yeah, I try to leap for him, and he uni-beams me perfectly to get me, which, fair play to him. That was definitely the right move there. So I go after him. I'm like, yeah, no, man, come on. And then he gets away from me again, which is a bit annoying. But I try to get Psylocke as well. And yeah, I just get unlucky here with like two enemies that should have been my KOs, but unfortunately they weren't. And then I see Psylocke here, and then I go for her as well. And pick myself up a nice double KO. And that's the only thing you gotta, like, to keep up your rage, you really just gotta go after everybody here and just throw hands with them, especially like Captain America. But I don't, it's kind of funny choosing, yeah, and then we end up losing this one, but that's okay. I did good for this one as well. And this here is the final clip I want to show off. This is where I truly unlock Wolverine's rage. They were about to completely capture the point. Like, watch, they're gonna get on the point here before time runs out. Like, we go into overtime, and I put in work here. I just try to make sure that they can't cap it. I pin down Iron Man, take him down so they don't have an aerial character. Thor also goes down, and then I go after Hela here as well, and she kind of disappears. But I just put in work here to get everybody off the point. Like, you look at this, look at the frenzy. Like, I get a heal as well. I kind of go back here to get a heal, and we just push them all back completely. Right? It's so good, man. I think this was probably one of my favorite things that I captured today. Just to get the win here. Okay, we kept them off the point. Like, this whole match was like 50-50. They were getting a lot of KOs on me, but at the end I still pulled through with an MVP. So let me know what you guys think of Wolverine in the comments below. Watch another video here. Have a wonderful day. Peace.